Hello, it's me again, Silas. Otere Terremoto, your local classical and VTuber. Here with some Final Fantasy 14, which I promised yesterday, but I forgot what day of the week it was, and just Project Zomboid update dropped. So yeah, there's that. There's that. Today, we will see how far we will get in Final Fantasy 14. Also, there was an update, and for some reason, game capture doesn't work anymore. But so I have to do window capture. But that's fine. That's fine. Um, anyways, people who are here for Final Fantasy 14, there is a sub event going on right now. If you purchase 3 subs or do 3 subs or gift subs, you can get Alsvid, the unicorn mount. I guess I could do it, but I would have to get 3 gift subs, and I don't know. I'll think about it because there's just still a few days left. Like you just have to be watching somebody play Final Fantasy 14 for that to be eligible. And it's a very cute mount. It's literally a unicorn with a rainbow mane. What was I doing? Oh yes, housekeeping aside, I actually got an email today saying that I'm getting royalties for somebody buying my book, and I was very confused about that because I don't remember the last time I sold a book. But yeah, buy my book. Check out the GoFundMe I'm sponsoring for Adrian, who is trying to pay off debt so they can escape the country. Check out my throne, check out my dono, check out my card, follow, like, subscribe, all that sort of fun stuff. I try to stream Final Fantasy 14 at least once a week. But yes, yes, I remember we're talking to Hilda. We're getting so much closer to killing the Pope. And I'm actually, let's see. I will, wait, can I give out a gift sub? I want to see if it'll count towards, the code. I don't know, I can't see it. Oh, wait. Okay. Anyways, except, yes. We're talking to Hilda. Hilda is half Elysian, half human, has been working in secret to overthrow the Pope. So she's gonna help me overthrow the Pope. I am excited about that. Also, whoever is Balverine 117, I love your name because I am a huge Fable fan. Okay, so they have been going around slaughtering heretics and sympathizers. The heretics being the people who follow Isao. Wagon lady. I just want to fight. Okay, so we're gonna divert the attention from the house away from the city and cooperate. What makes you think I have friends in high places? Lowborn knights, yes, recruit lowborn knights. Be like, hey, you don't have big family standing? I will help you. Warriors remain eager to die for cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to this that say, if they and the fellow knights are deployed to field to deal with a new threat, massing heretics, for example, then he will be unable to join defense of the vault. Oh yeah, the vault! Oh yes, the vault! The vault is it's one of my favorite early game dungeons. I just realized I have to get through this game a lot faster if I want to be able to stream Evercold after the okay, so usually about the first 1 or 2 weeks after the X packs come out, they have like a ban on showing it off type thing, so they try not to let people stream it, because if you get the X pack early enough, if you pre-register early enough, you can actually play it early. You're not supposed to stream it during that time, but people still stream it. Yeah, oh, Heavensward, then I got Stormblood, Shadowbringer, Endwalker, Dawntrail. Oh, I still have... Technically, where I'm at right now in the main story quest, I have 4.5 X packs to go to be even close to Evercold. Okay, anyways. Dealing with the Archbishop. We're gonna have Estinian with us. Yeah, everyone's clearing their duties. Let's go. Okay, where am I going? Oh. Oh, I just realized that my watch is going to yell at me to take medication. One moment. Okay, I'm done taking my medication. Sorry about that. My water tastes like peaches, like peach rings. We are going up, up, nope, that way. I was just talking with my husband. I'm like, you know, technically I could give out those gift chats. I really want that unicorn. Senor Author Vicky Lou. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, I need to pet it. I need to pet it. Pet. Hand over. Oh yes, the Yokai Watch event is back. So if you like Yokai Watch, yes. Okay. The other non-position, Mr. Sticky. Yes! 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 As always, we're gonna switch over to Bard to make this go faster. Oh, that was loud. At least in my ears. Okay. Yes! Let us go. I've already forgotten what buttons to pick to. Let's see. Sorry, I'm doing something real fast. Why did I do that? I really want that mount. Yay! Okay. I think I have to restart the game, but the thing is, I can't do that right now. Because I am in the middle of a dungeon. Oh. It's not going to be delivered to this character. There we go. Cool. Anyways, enjoy your gift subs. Okay, what are we doing? We are... Who's my tank? Oh yeah, Archifont is my tank. Come on, Alphino, heal faster, heal faster. And I run this with NPCs because I'm finding it, ever since I started doing the duty support, it is so much faster to get through dungeons. I think my game might be too loud. There you go. Okay, where do I go now? Oh, this way. It has been a bit. There we go.
I shall show you something special.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes, have at thee. And the reason I'm keeping a map up is I like unlocking the map and getting that whole... Oh yeah, you get extra points for unlocking the map. Okay, let's go. Whoa. Can't wait till I get to level 100 and actually unlock this. I just copied a bar over from my bard main. Radiant Finale is such a good move, but I'm not getting that unlocked for quite a while on this character. Radiant Finale is so fun to use. Can you stop trying to fucking blow me up? There we go. And then we come up on our first mini boss after these dudes. I love being a bard main. Yes, I love running around as a summoner, but when it comes to dungeons, I just get through dungeons faster as a bard. Yes. Okay, let's go a little faster with Peloton. Yes, sir. I did fell break blade. At all. Okay, let's switch over. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can dodge him because he is the only one left.
I shall show you something special.
Oh wow, he's okay. Gonna put some dots on you. I don't fear you. Alphino's really good healer. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Balls. Oh, yeah, stay away from me, please. There we go.
Have at thee!
Have at thee. Oh, I did not read that move correctly. I read that as Horror the Holiest. Do not think they're summoning holy horrors to fight me. That would be funny though. Wow. That hurt so much. Okay, yes. Oh. Yeah, about right here. I don't want to hit my Jehoshaphat.
I have my pride.
I don't. Oh, is he dead now? Withdraw to the inner sanctum. Yay. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh yeah, I have Peloton. What am I doing? Oh, Peloton stops working. Candies, bitches, die faster. Oops, I didn't mean to pop off that other one, but you know what? It's fine. By the time I get to the next boss, it should be refreshed. Okay, then we keep going. There we go. Okay, now we pop this off until we get down to the other way. Okay, so we got a monk, a thaumaturge, and oh no, paladin. I've gotten better at saying thaumaturge. Popping them AoEs. Also, if you decide to do gift subs, or just a sub, I don't know if Prime subs will count towards that. You can try. Okay. Twisha. Boop. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. It's a new gear for after the fight. Okay. Giant statues. I will dot him because I can. Trying to make it so that the game's not so loud on my stream.
Away with you!
Come on, face of the hero. Just die.
Away with you!
Take a friend of mine happy. I will be playing more Tears of Kingdom tomorrow. East Sanctum Lift. Oh, look at how lovely that is. It's got shrubberies outside. Es ist alles so schön. Es ist alles so rot. Es ist Nachmittag. Beinahe Abend. Oh, es ist Abend. Probably.
Focus. Release.
Heute ist Donnerstag und am Donnerstags spiele ich nicht auf dem Stream, aber heute bin ich auf dem Stream. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. White Knight and Black Knight. Gotta be careful of these guys because they have some really nasty ranged attacks. That Lancer is so stupid. Staying right in the middle of that attack.
I shall show you something special.
Spamming AoEs is faster than do one by one in this case. Ah, my nose is itching. Here we go. Time for the next Sir
Cut you to pieces.
Grenol the Bull. Okay. His mechanics are pretty simple. Easy to dodge.
I will not yield to you.
Okay, then don't yield to me. And be a bitch. Okay, good for you. The power of Grayskull.
I shall show you something special.
Oh yeah, yeah. The vault's mechanics are so simple that it's just a very fun dungeon. There we go. I've done the vault so many times. Yeah, I don't like I kind of wish the cutscenes would play after every time you run it, but I can understand why it doesn't.
Release.
Ah. The first time I did the vault, when I first played on my main account, instead of this alt that I've been running for stream, I was not warned. I was not warned that it would tear my heart out. I yelled at my friend. Oh yeah, since I have never run a Hrothgar before, and I'm trying out Summoner since I'm a Bard main. I know I'm not running Summoner during this dungeon. I decided, hey, why don't I stream the fact that, you know, I want to learn Summoner. I just find it faster to go through vaults on a Bard since I'm a Bard main on my main account. And yeah, running Summoner has been fun. Like Like, I thought Summoner would be a lot harder. I still don't like the whole standing still for most of it. That's why I've been avoiding, like, the magic classes. Like, you stand still for a lot of the moves. But yeah, I've been enjoying it. I'm also slowly learning Dark Knight on this account too. I just have been doing it off stream. My main is also on Aether Cactuar. Oh yeah, the very first character I created, my main is a female Mikote bard. And I'm so excited for Evercold. Yeah, I kind of want to learn just like see if so far I'm a DPS main. I'm not that great with healing. I'm kind of slow on healing, but I'm learning. Um as for tanks, I hate being the one in front, but I'm still learning tank classes. But yeah, like I know technically I could learn all these jobs on my main, but it feels a lot more fun just like starting out on a brand new character and learning the job. And then if I want, I can just like do the whole buy that pack to get me like instantly to level 90 on my main. I think I've done that with Dragoon. Because I played Dragoon on an alt and I highly enjoy Dragoon. Dragoon is so much fun. The ones that I'm slowly leveling though, like instead of buying the level ups for it, I'm still working on Dancer, a Machinist, and I'm so excited to see what the next range class will be. I like the new tank that's coming out looks so cool. Like, oh my god, having shield guns for hands. Oh, it looks so cool. I can't wait till Tokyo Fan Fest because then we will know what the new DPS range is. I'm so excited. See, I didn't play 1.0. I came into the game in 2019 right before Stormblood? Shadowbringers? One of those. I started like half a year before the next big X pack was coming out. I just kind of wish they would give us a pure hammer class. I want to smack people with hammers like Gaia does. Oh yeah, the weapons being here like I don't know if they ever like had it like straight up. But I know that it's a Garlean weapon, right? So I'm thinking that since you know we're getting more chummy with the Garlean Empire, they're gonna start being like, hey, yeah, but I want a hammer from the beginning. I don't want to run in the game having axes and then getting a hammer. I just want to start with a hammer, and that's it. All I get is hammer, hammer time. Like Nordic war hammers, the giant hammer that Gaia has. I just want pure hammer. I don't want warrior plus hammer. I want a class that's just hammer. That'd be so much fun. I don't know if I'll pick up Beast Tamer just yet. Because it's looking like Beast Tamer is gonna be kind of like Blue Mage, where it's kind of useless. See, I was thinking about that. It's like, what would be fun for physical ranged? And going kind of with like how Dawn Trail is. God, what are those weapons called? They're illegal in Washington State. You put the little ball in it, and you shoot things with the ball, and the weapon looks like a Y. Oh my God, I don't remember what it's called. Not slingshot. It's yes, slingshot. It'd be fun to have a slingshot. Just make an overpowered slingshot. That like I want something kind of silly, and a slingshot it would fit in with a Dawn Trail job, or just a sling in general that like yeet things. You can put like little bombs in slingshots. They have not really done whips since Quistis in Final Fantasy VIII. Might be kind of fun. I mean, technically, she was arranged with her whip.
Away with you.
Quistis had some really cool whips. And technically, if you look at how whips were traditionally used, just like with lassos, they technically are a ranged job. As Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat series, using his whips, he can go from close range to long range, because he can hit you with the whip from a long range, and he can also pull you in with the whip. So it would be kind of like a mixed one, because technically, if you look at it, Dancer is both a long range and a close range. So you can take Dancer and you can get really close to your enemy, or you can stand really far away. Same with Machinist. Machinist is kind of a mid to long range. Bard is technically the only true long range of the physically ranged jobs. Because, like, in order for an arrow to be effective, you kind of have to be further away from it. A slingshot or a whip, yeah, you could. Yeah, like you could do both long range and close range things with a whip. And same with a slingshot. You can be close or far. So it'd be kind of it'd be silly to have a slingshot. It would be actually really fucking cool to have a whip. But we'll see. Like, when's FanFest? I think it's in September. Is FanFest? I know they just wrapped up the Berlin one, which is where we got a look at the tank job and an extended trailer. Which, oh, I'm so excited for Evercold. I'm hoping my husband catches up game wise soon, so he can start getting to the patches for Dawn Trail.
Filthy rats.
Wow, calling me a rat.
Be done with you.
Well, here's the thing. There's some games where the slingshots are small, and some games where the slingshots are
Sickness must be
gigantic. Don't call me a sinner. I mean, one of the best bard bard weapons, in my opinion, is literally the they stuck a guitar on a bow, or a bow on a guitar. Okay, which ones are we attacking? Are we attacking this one? Okay, we're attacking this one. Yeah. Trying to attack the same one as the NPCs. I hate the horses. I hate the horses. A short story. All I know is that these guys are a pain in the ass. I have not looked up anything extra about them. Ah. Wow. Sure, you disgust me as well. I mean, you're following a pope. I know he calls himself the Archbishop. I was about to say Archbishops. Oh, oh, I gotta pay attention to what horses are. Okay. Stop telling me to leave. I was here first. Ah. Oh no. Get away from me. Alpha, no, fucking heal me. Oh my god, Alpha, no.
I shall show you something special.
Gott im Himmel, verdammt nochmal, du kleiner Mensch. Wieso hast du das getan? Wieso hast du mir nicht das Healing gegeben? Was war das? Was war das? Ich kann's nicht tun. Ich bin nicht was du bist. Ich bin ein Bard. Ich hab Second Wind. Das ist alles. Be better, Alpha, no. Alpha, no is too slow. This is the first time I have died in this dungeon with an NPC group. Seriously, Alpha, no. Oh. Alpha, no, be better. But yes, I know the Chronicles of the Light book. I have not gotten it. I want to get it. I will get it one day. But yes, verdammt nochmal, Alpha, no. Wieso? 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 Wieso bist du so schlau? Sei schneller. Sei besser. Okay, let's try this again. Seriously. I will die with randos just because sometimes it's funny. But I've not died with NPCs. What the fuck? Okay. I think one of my friends has the Chronicles of Light, so I might just ask her to scan the story. Okay.
I shall show you something special.
Wo ist er? Wo ist er? Da ist er. I'm gonna attack the balls on my own. Probably.
Away with you.
The more of these balls we destroy, the less damage we take. I don't want your mercy. I disgust myself.
For the house of Levier!
There's that.
Sickness must be purged.
For the house of Leveille.
Be done with you.
My main, I'm doing patch content as it comes up. I love doing patch content when it comes out.
Be purged.
And I am not somebody who can just patiently sit there and wait. I need to know what's going on right then and there.
Sickness must be purged. Be done with you.
I tried doing the whole let my account sit until the next X pack comes out, but I found that I get too impatient to know what's going on. So that's why I do patch content right when it comes out. Otherwise, it drives me crazy not knowing. Yeah, I want to check out those zones. Like, I'm not very good at those missions, but I like I like seeing the zones. Since I tend to play a lot of stuff solo, I tend to struggle in places like Eureka and those island zones and stuff like that. But I'll go in with a group of randos and just see like at least once what it's like. Hell yeah. I got pants. Impossible. Oh, what's the new haircut? Oh, I gotta see that. I gotta see that. Haircut 14.
Oh, power! How can this be?
Oh, that bun is
Fall
cute.
back!
That is such a cute bun. Yeah, I just saw that on the site. Like, that I would love that for Vicky Lou, but it's gonna take forever for me to get to those zones with Vicky Lou. This character right here. Yeah, she just looks cute with pulled back hair. Hey, Marek.
Father, please!
Oh.
For a mercy, we were not too late.
I remember right before this, they're like, huh, we think he's the illegitimate bastard son of the
Why must you
Archbishop.
do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now
Hey,
is the
Million
time
is
to
so
renounce
high.
the lies which led us down this path. To start anew. And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Set this guy on fire. I wish.
Look out!
I hate that after they updated the graphics that this death looks even more realistic. And it hits so much harder. My boy.
Go. Asisla awaits.
Now I gotta go hunt down the Pope and make him pay for killing the good boy.
Lord Orchefort!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, oh my god. Oh, Eric during the Christmas event was so cute. Honestly, all those characters getting cups of hot cider were so cute. Like,
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
I was about to say get good, but that'd be rude. You're just a healer. You're not a, what's it called? Chirurgeon?
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of...
I did not mean to smack my mic.
Oh, do not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
This game is so rude. Oh god, imagine people wearing chicken hats. See, the first time I met this boy, met Harshvant, I got very attached to him because I'm like, oh my god, he's so sweet. He's so good. He's such a good person. And so I adored him, and I told my friend, oh, he's so cool. I want to see how much further in the game we get with him. And all she said was, oh boy. I fucking cried when he died the first time. And even now, I'm just like, oh, I hate seeing him die. Gotta put on some new clothes. A 4. I gotta. Oh, okay, they don't need. Okay. Yeah, they did kill off a lot more people back then. Ooh, what does this book look like? Ooh. I guess now I'll run around to the summoner some more. Moonbreeda, oh my god. When you meet Moonbreeda's parents in Endwalker, the game did not have to do that. It did not have to do that. It did not have to make me meet her parents and then that conversation between them and Urianger. It made me cry because I have lost family members, and so them talking so nicely about a lost family member just hit me so hard. And Walker really was all about grief. That was a hard X-Pack, but I still loved it. Oh, have you told the daddy yet?
Don't. Please. A night lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling.
Yeah.
To mourn and give chase for my son and for the nation he loved. Go.
A lot of those Charlene quests, like when you learn more about everybody, because there's so many characters that have like known them for a while, it's
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
it's a lot.
My son.
I do yellow quests mostly for gear. And also this voice actor, the last role that he played before he passed away is actually the uncle of Clive Rossfield in Final Fantasy 16. So every time I play Final Fantasy 16, I get sad. Also got really sad playing Destiny 2 after Lance Reddick passed. Well, there is a story that came out about Ishtola meeting up with her sisters after her dad passes away, and the items that each of them were given, and her grimoire that she carries is like the forbidden grimoire that she carries is what her dad left to her, and all of her sisters got something. So when you meet her newest sister, the redhead, that item that she uses to get us into the like the book dungeons, that's the item that the dad left her. And so that's cool. I don't remember what Imhitra gets, but you get to meet a fourth sister in that story. And apparently the fourth sister is somewhere around on the map, but I don't remember where. Or she hasn't been added in yet. I just think it's cool that each of the sisters so far that they want to show they just look like an Ishtola variant. I haven't done the Merchant's Tales yet. I want to. I started it and it looks like fun. I just haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, the dad, he had a reason for leaving those books or the items to each of them. And if Ishtola can use her book to figure out how to get between worlds or other, stuff that she shouldn't, go for it. I support Ishtola's rights and wrongs. Ishtola could one day say, I want to destroy the world, and I'd be like, yeah, let's go, queen. I'd support her. Ishtola was actually my first favorite character when it came to the NPCs, because she's just so fucking cool. Yeah, she could literally bring about the end of the world or end of the world part 2. I'd just be like, okay, I guess we're gonna go fix it, and you try not to do that again, please. Of course, it's Ishtola. She can't make a promise. She can't be like, okay, I'll try not to do that. Right? Like what if she summons the king of all demons and it's just another Tuesday for the Warrior of Light. Emmerich. Stinian needs a bath.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal.
Trying to think of what wounds don't heal other than wounds at the heart. Yeah, at this point, until like all of a sudden he shows up with clean armor, you're just like, oh, man, stinky boy,
Founding
stinky boy.
the scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man.
Yeah, yell at the Pope.
Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
Popes are very good at concealing shit. I call him the
I should
Pope.
be
He's an archbishop.
interested to hear how you
Archbishop?
came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it.
Echo.
The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatosker, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
I'd like to think that my warrior light probably
Worm
smells of
slew the
eggs.
king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreisvelger did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
I at one point had 999 boiled
Osgul's
eggs on my
son
character.
Halbrand took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
I'm down to about 230.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us.
Plague verb. Right? Right?
I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
Why are you to assume that Amric will have sons?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatosker was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe.
This guy's speech right here. How many generations does it take for the descendants to stop feeling guilty? It's a good conversation to have. Pentamelding, yeah, fuck pentamelding. Culinarian is actually the first class, no, wait, not class, job, that I got to 100% of my main. I fucking love culinarian. Culinarian is so good. Yes, this conversation that he's having, saying, "Hey, when do we stop feeling guilty, and when do we do something about it?" Ich bin aus Deutschland. I'm from Germany, and I'm on unfortunately on the Pope side. Why should I keep carrying the guilt? True, but Pentamelding is still like, ugh. So sometimes I don't even bother with macros, and I just push the buttons, and I just like go boop 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 and push the buttons. Because yeah, sometimes I just get lazy.
Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
Sometimes I wish they would
This
speak
is your solution.
simpler.
This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
Yeah, Emmerich, set your dad on
They do
fire.
so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country.
Yes, because you've propagandized them too.
And what would you say to them?
Knock it off with the
What would
propaganda.
you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught?
I would tell them that they died for a madman.
Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well.
I hate this man.
Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity.
With your pointy
Bring
hat.
about the change you so fervently desire.
Bonk.
If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
That hat has so many
Your
points on
Eminence.
it that he could take out at least one eye of each of the knights that are around dudes. God, these guys are so fucking smug. I need to set them on fire too. I don't even play Thaumaturge. I still want to set them on fire. Everyone's just kind
You
of
saw
standing
something,
there.
did you not? A vision of the past?
Your warrior light's just like, how long have I been standing here staring off into
So
space with my
this
head
is
on
the
my
power
head?
of the echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
Frank's not a good name on you. Stick with Amaric.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to
Oh
be
my
a
God.
rank self-serving delusion.
I think firewood. He's gotten very good at collecting
Even so,
firewood.
I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well.
I mean, how many people has he let
During
not
the battle
get
within
healed?
the vault, the Heavensward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Same.
The
Same.
manner in which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horschiffon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
The spectacle called to mind King Thordan and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls. 7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
I would not want to become a vessel for
Are the
summoning.
Heavensward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable!
As they fled, my father spoke of Azis La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful.
A lot of people still look at Alphino and are like, oh my god, he's a little kid.
And stop my father before it is too late.
Yes, let's kill the Pope. Like, he's not a bad healer, but there's times where it's just like, Alphino, I love you. You're sweet, you're good. Please stand over there. Let somebody else come in. Ishtola is a really good healer. Excuse me. I still die whenever people say Mistress Lou. My character is named after my mom's demonic void cat, Vicky Lou. So she does not suit Lady or Mistress Lou. Life or death, I will have Sir Zephyrin's heart for what he did to Harshafant. Murder. Kryle's cool. And Aemric saying, yeah, go for it. I would dead that I joined you in pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as guiding light for masses, a force of stability counterbalance the high house's ceaseless maneuvering. Yeah, but they could easily, like, switch back and heal if they want to. Whereas it's really cool that Alisaie's a red mage, so she can set bitches on fire, stab them, and heal them. She can murder somebody, bring them back to life, and murder them again. And I love that for her. Yes. I need to get out of this cutscene because I just realized I have not summoned my carbuncle. Yeah. You say you want the revolution? Okay, I need to summon my carbuncle. Sometimes I wish we could name carbuncles like we name chocobos, because I would name my carbuncle Chicken Nugget. I think Papa Limo probably would have stayed as he was, because like if you look at who he was running around with, they didn't change jobs. He probably just would have stayed a thaumaturge and stayed in Alamigo and been like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. But he did die in a cool way. You can't fault him for how he died. Also, I need to do the Yokai Watch event on my main because I am missing 4 yokais, and then I will have every single yokai minion. Okay, we're going to Azizla. Alphino became a sage. And that's the funny thing, is like he becomes a shield healer. And he still gets sent away when we need a healer. Like, yeah, he stayed a summoner for a long ass time. Yeah, he stayed just a summoner for a long ass time. And then suddenly we get a new healer class in Endwalker, and it's like, guess what? Alphino gets these pointy weapons that he can heal and damage with, and it's like, okay, cool. I missed the carbuncle, but you know, it's cool that he now has these weapons he could literally stab people to death with, then revive them, and then do it again. So like, he gets an upgrade like his sister. He'd stab people to death, bring them back, and then stab them again. Except his stabbing is with lasers. I'm trying to learn Sage. It looks like a fun class. It looks fun. I don't know. I just know I can't wait till Berlin Fan Fest and to see what it is. Not Berlin, Japan Fan Fest. Okay. We gotta go over to the Sky Steel Manufactory. The closest fan fest, to me from where I'm at right now in America is Vegas, and the only reason I want to go back to Vegas is because of a museum called Omega Mart. I don't know if I'd go for a fan fest. It might be fun to go for a fan fest, but I mostly just want to go see Omega Mart and maybe go to Zach Bagan's Haunted Museum. I mostly just want to go to Omega Mart because it's Uncanny Valley stuff, and I live for that kind of horror shit. I would love to go back to Germany. I wouldn't mind going to Berlin. Mostly I want to go to Berlin for food. My family's from out west. My family's from Mannheim, which is south of Frankfurt. So if I were to go back to Germany, yeah, I'd swing by Berlin to go to FanFest. I'd probably also go back to Hamburg. Oh. FanFest Paris. Hopefully they don't have another revolution going, because oh my god, every few years France catches on fire from how it's pissing off its own people. Ooh, have I gotten a new title yet? I love switching titles. Oh, the Silver Fuller. Oh wait. Not right now. You are not the right person to talk to. Sit. I know very little French because I struggle with French. I struggle a lot with French. It is such a muschliche, mumbly language. It mushels too much for me to really get good at it. So if I were to go to a fan fest, I'd wait till it's back in Germany. I don't want to go to UK. I'm trans. I'm not going to UK. So I'd wait for it to go back to Germany. Or, finally go down to Vegas. I'm glad it's in Vegas compared to LA, because at least in Vegas you can get there. The traffic in Vegas is way nicer than in California. Oh! Ostfriesland. Oh. Man, I don't understand Friesisches dialect of German, so I can't imagine trying to explain you're trans in Friesisch. As much fun as I had in the very northern part of Germany, close to Denmark, holy fuck, I could not understand some of them. Like the American equivalent of me not being able to understand people, here I went to Georgia, specifically a place in Georgia that was near Savannah, and that's like very deep south. I did not understand anything that somebody was saying, and I actually had to have a person translate for me what that one person was saying in the very southern dialect, and this was still English. Yeah, Friesisch is just I listened to a video where somebody was speaking Friesisch and then Nordfriesisch. So like an even further northern dialect of it. And I'm like, the fuck is this? The fuck is this? I thought Mannheimerisch, Munmerisch, like the dialect I grew up speaking in southern Germany was wild, but oh. Oh, die. Du bist aus Österreich. Ja, Mannheim ist 45 Minuten süd aus Frankfurt. Yeah, I lived in an area of Mannheim that's right next to Heidelberg. So, and we were probably about an hour-ish north of the deepest part of Schwarzwald. I had family in Karlsruhe, which is like the northernmost point of Schwarzwald. Even their dialects are starting to get wild. And I've been to Österreich. We went through Österreich to go to Italy. And so we went through the part of Austria that then hit into Tyrol. And then went further south into Italy because we went to a place that was pretty close to Venice where we just had to take the ferry and we went to Venice. When coming back from Italy though, we went through Switzerland back into Germany. I have been to Denmark, and when I was a kid, I did go to Denmark. I want to go back up to Canada. I've been to a few countries. I enjoy traveling. I am so mad, and America is so big. Oh, Köln, and Düsseldorf, yeah. Frankfurt, I was mainly ever only in Frankfurt, for the airport, and when I would go with the train to Hanover, because I had an aunt in Hanover. And oh my god, Hanover. Isn't you want pretentious German speakers? Go to Hanover. Because in Hanover, they only speak in Hochdeutsch. The people in Hanover, Hochdeutsch is the only Deutsch. Oh, what? What? Oh no, I need to look at these. I need to look at these real quick. Okay. Sorry, I'll get back to stream. Okay. Schau mir mal die Banknote. Bitte. Oh. Oh. My god. Oh my god. Oh. I want birds on my money. I'm so mad. Why can't America have birds on money? I would vote for birds. I don't care what the other options are. Give me the birds. I love birds so much. Oh my god, this is a oh, I want the birds. Okay, I gotta look at real fast what all the options are, but I would vote for the birds. I would vote for birds. I don't want a 200-year-old man on a bill. I don't want it, especially if Donald Trump's gonna keep signing the bills. I don't want it. Okay, let's get started. I don't want Beethoven on the oil. Shakespeare. Is that Galileo? Design proposal C with all these historic figures. I don't even know some of these historic figures. Six different birds. Okay, next page. Okay, F looks cool though. The stylized art of the people is neat. Verbs. Love the verbs. I love the burbs. I hope you guys get the burbs. Oh, burbs. I need to stop looking at the designs because I'm going to see the birds and I'm going to get happy about the birds. Please, Europe. Please, please. Europa. Das sind die Vogeln. The birds are your only option. Die Vogeln sind so schön, die sind so pappsüß. Ich liebe die Vogeln. Gib mir die Vogeln. I totally forgot what I was doing. Oh, airship. Okay, airship. Aw, okay, we gotta go talk with Sid. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, oh my god. I would love a redesign of American money. Like, this is something I miss from living in Europe. In the Deutschmark, the D-Mark. I grew up in a time of Europe, of Germany, where we still had the D-Mark. And the different sizes for the money, like die 1 D-Mark, die 5 D-Mark, die 10, die 50, die 100, they were all different sizes. They were all different colors. You could easily go into your wallet and just with your thumb be able to tell which denomination you are pulling out. So like if you need the 5 D-Mark or the 5 Euro, you go in, you just feel around with your fingers, you pull out the 5 Euro. You can't do that with American money. First off, American money is not laminated. If you get American money wet, you could ruin it. You could completely destroy your $1 bill just getting it a bit wet. Other countries don't have this issue. You could fucking wash the money in other countries and it would come out. But if you wash American money, it's destroyed. And like if you want to pull out a $5 bill, you literally have to take your wallet out, open up your wallet, and check to see that you're pulling out a $5 bill. I hate that it's not like other countries' money. Yes, okay, a monopoly money is based off of American money. Now everything is the same size. And so you actually actively have to look at it. The only reason Monopoly money is different colors is to help make it feel more like a game. Yeah, American money is so fucking ridiculous. And like the older that money gets, the softer it gets. So like you'll have a crisp $1 bill, and a crisp $1 bill, it feels kind of rough. So you can easily tell, oh yeah, and the edges are sharp. Oh my god, American money will give you paper cuts. Like a brand new $5 bill will give you a paper cut if you're not careful. But then you get to the old money and it feels like worn out fabric. Worn out because it's a cotton paper blend. I would love it. Yeah. Kill somebody with a fresh $20 bill. Slit their throats with it. I hate it. That's something that I've always missed from Europe is that, like, we left Germany a year before, oh no, a couple years before they brought in the euro. So 97. We still had the D-Mark at that point, and then the D-Mark got phased out really quick for the euro. And my mom actually went back to Germany in the early 2000s, and she came back and she brought a couple of euros with her. There was like a 1 and a 5. And that money was so cool looking. And also, I miss the ridiculous sizes of the coins. Like the 1 D-Mark coin was a ridiculous fucking size. The $1 coin here is like half the size. We do have $1 coins here in America. They're not really used. Neither are the 50-cent coins. They're legal tender. You can still use them, just like you can use a $2 bill. $2 bills are not rare. They're actually pretty common, but people think they're rare, so they hoard them. Would you like to know the most messed up part about the coins? America is no longer making pennies. We are having a penny shortage. But people are still charging things by the penny. Where I live, if something is $5.99 and it's rounded up with taxes, like $6.17. I think that's about how much it is tax-wise. If the person is using a card, they will still be charged to $6.17. If they are not using a card, it gets rounded up to $6.20. And you don't get pennies back. You don't get change back. Yeah. That's literally why we stopped making pennies. It costs too much to make pennies. Because pennies are made out of a copper blend. And they don't want to do that anymore. So they stopped making pennies. Right as of right now, they're still making nickels, dimes, and quarters. I think nickels are going to be phased out next. Even though then people are like, okay, how the nickel literally has Lincoln on it. What's Lincoln going to put on next? Well, Lincoln is dead. I don't think he cares if he's on a nickel. George Washington doesn't care he was on a penny. He's still on our dollar bill. And Lincoln is still on a $5 bill. They're dead. What did they care? You should put birds on a euro. Don't put famous people on money. Put birds on money. I carry a coin purse with me, and I don't put coins in my coin purse. I put my medication in my coin purse. Because I have to take so many medications because I'm disabled. I carry my coin purse, and it's a perfect thing to put my little plastic containers of medication in. That way my little container isn't flying around in my bag if I need to take my bag somewhere. It's in my coin purse. And that way, that gives me an excuse to have a really cute fucking coin purse. So if I have to go somewhere for a couple of days, I use a more of like a little satchel that I put it in, but yeah. I put coins in my I have cargo pants. And my wallet is only designed for cards. So when I get change, I stick the change in whatever pocket is empty, and then I jingle. And honestly, I jingle just to make everybody else mad because I have headphones in. I can't hear myself jingling. So I make it an inconvenience for everybody else when I carry coins. And then I forget I have coins, and then I wash my pants. And then there's pennies and nickels sitting at the bottom of my washing machine. And I'm like, how did they get there? And then I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't fully empty out my pockets before I washed my pants. Sometimes coins survive to make it to the dryer, and then all you hear is like coins going clink, clink, clink inside the dryer. Jingle test. I should do jingle tests. I also in one of my pockets always have a hand sanitizer, and I've accidentally washed my hand sanitizer before. It's not fun. Yes, my pants smelled like pumpkins, but so did everything else.
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted.
I have never played the Uncharted series.
In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets.
Do you... I need to look this up, but is there a European...
To the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
We have a store called Bath and Body Works here in America. And that is where I get all my scented hand sanitizers from. Because I use hand sanitizers for a lot of stuff. But is there a European equivalent of Bath and Body Works where you can get like hand sanitizer that smells like flowers, or hand sanitizer that smells like lemons? Or let me see what I have. See, the first handful that I grabbed, I have a ton of these. Bippa? I don't think I've heard of Bippa. Let me look up what Bippa is. Okay, shade smalan. Ne. Bippa looks like a generic store over here. See, that looks closer to what we consider pharmacies over here, except your Bippa doesn't actually have a pharmacy attached to it. But our pharmacies over here pretty much just sell hygiene, beauty products, and they'll sell some foods. Bath and Body Works is hygiene only. So you have hand sanitizers, you have soaps, you have body sprays, perfumes, and stuff. It's basically stuff to make yourself clean and smell nice. And it's only that. There's not really any beauty products in there. Like I saw that your Bippas have things like laundry detergent and stuff like that. They don't sell stuff like that. They tried at one time to have laundry detergent. It didn't go very well. Yeah, like I have a hand sanitizer. It's pink kiwi berry. I don't remember what they have the Disney Princess collab. I don't remember what Aurora has in it, but it smells nice. Um, Pistachio milk and honey, fresh rainfall, wild berry French toast. You get stuff like that. And right now in my bag, I have one that smells like a pumpkin pie. Yeah, yeah. Over here we have several different brands. Like we have what's called Lush, Lush, and that is a kind of a bougie hygiene store. It's very strong smelling products, but you get things like bath bombs and stuff there. Yeah, one moment I gotta tell my husband something. Sorry, I had to tell my husband that we have an Amazon package to door app, a Ring doorbell app on my phone. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, in our medical places, we still have just straight up regular alcohol hand sanitizer. Uh, Over here for paramedic stuff, they have these sticks that have like a really strong mint smell to them, and you can rub those underneath your nose to mask smells. But yeah, it will kill your sense of smell. But yeah, over here, uh, this is what I could say compared to Europe. America is very clean smelling. Everybody, for the most part, smells really nice over here. They smell like soap or they smell like a scented product or cologne, stuff like that. So it smells very clean over here. So paramedics can't really, for the most part, do that where they can hide the smells because sometimes they have to smell what's going on with the patient to like be able to figure out what's going on. So like if they smell blood, they're like, okay, they're bleeding somewhere. If they smell vomit, oh, do we need to roll them over on the side? So they like the only professions in medical work that I know that try and mask smells is like coroners, and they will have like a little mint stick that they rub underneath their nose, or mint and eucalyptus to kind of help with the smells. But yeah, for the most part, our paramedics don't cover the smells because they have to be able to smell things like alcohol and all that. And the only reason I know this is I've been taken uh by ambulance to a hospital because they thought I was having a heart attack. Oh, oh. I didn't realize that I like when we came here from Germany, I didn't realize that America smelled so clean. Like even back in the 90s, everybody was pretty clean smelling and like had such different hygiene habits. I know that over in Europe, the hygiene habits have gotten a lot better. It's way different from when I was a kid where we could only afford water-wise to take one bath a week. Because water was very expensive back then. We could not afford more than that. So yeah, I can understand, like, especially if they're an older patient, if you have somebody that does not smell nice. My mic keeps peaking. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, yeah. That's not uncommon over here too, especially depending on the mental illness. It's yeah. And back when I wanted to go into nursing before I injured my back, um, God, I interned at a chiropractic office, and chiropractic medicine is actually not a real form of medicine. It is not considered actual medicine. There's some people that came in that smelled really weird. Hey, I can imagine that. Yeah, I would definitely have put hand sanitizer on my mask too. And a lot of people over here, like I notice people that intentionally don't bathe. I notice people that intentionally don't even wipe their own asses. And I'm kind of glad in the long run that I didn't go into nursing because I don't think I could have been able to stand 2020. How bad some of these people smelled. I would have quit just because of how bad people smelled. Oh, my brain's just like, yeah, no, that would have been bad. Oops, I went the wrong way. I can say, even though I couldn't finish becoming a nurse, it's great that I learned what I did because my husband has injections that I do weekly for him, and I learned how to do those injections doing my classes. So it's been very valuable. I used to have to do those injections too, but now I do a testosterone gel, so I don't have to do the shots, which is great. My thighs were starting to have the problem where the muscle and the fat was, or the skin was starting to harden, so it was starting to get harder to do the injections, because I would have to like poke harder. I do still have an injection thing that I do, but I do that weekly, so I'm fine with that. And I can do that in my arms. But yeah, if it wasn't for that experience, he would have had to take me to his doctor to be taught how to do injections. But since I already took nursing classes, I knew how to do injections. Yeah. One of the big reasons I wanted to go into nursing was to be able to help people. Because I've always been fascinated with medicine. I wanted to be able to be somebody that could be there for people. But with how I injured my back, I can't lift. I can't lift heavy people. And part of the training would be like lifting people from the floor, lifting people up on the beds, and I wouldn't be able to do that. And if it wasn't for the lifting part, I would have kept with it. But yeah, I did permanent nerve and muscle damage in my back. And one day we were practicing how to walk with crutches and how to walk with a walker so we could show a patient how to do that. And it re-pulled the injury. So I actually got re-hurt in class. And when I broke my foot, I couldn't do crutches because of that. I had to get like a little cart so I could rest my leg on the cart to get around with a broken foot. I couldn't do the crutches because they're not just because of the back injury, but because I'm hypermobile, and so my joints don't like doing what joints are supposed to do in the first place. Now I'm going to try this as a summoner. And if you have a job that allows you to be a volunteer paramedic and you want to do that, go for it. One of my uncles wanted to be a volunteer firefighter, but he was too old for it. But like volunteer paramedics, volunteer firefighters, they help to keep their communities going, especially if it's a small community with like no set paramedic or fire department. They depend on volunteers. So I'm always like, hey, if you want to be a volunteer, do it. Ah, shit. I get to save something. Volunteer nursing really isn't the thing here. So that's not something I could do. The job I have right now though is working with our court system. So that's been pretty fulfilling. Oh man, is the system really like that over there? Like being a full-time EMT or paramedic over here is a job that people go to school for. Ooh, I forgot that I switched classes. But like small communities depend on volunteers because they can't afford to have full-time ones.
Thaliak, protect me!
Oh wait, I need to set the chicken nugget on fire. I forgot I have Bahamut now. I killed the medicals first. Oops. Always get rid of the medicals first. Oh, nope. There we go. Damn. Ah! I gotta draw the aggro from these dudes. Alphino, keep me healed. Ah! If I was running Bard, I'd be able to look over at my screen. Oh man, yeah, God, over here, the only reason we have a nurse shortage and a paramedic shortage in some areas is because of how brutal the conditions can be. And nurses on average work between 12 to 16 hours, and paramedics can be on what's called a rotation. And so there's some that kind of are like firefighters where they're on for 24 or like on for 48, off for this many days. And so it depends on the area, like what paramedics do. Some paramedics are on call, so they only go out when they're on call. Hospital paramedics will work an entire shift so that they're always on call for that. And then the volunteer ones are also on call. They don't get paid as much as regular full-time paramedics, and they don't have the same insurance. No weekend paramedics. That's scary. There's paramedics that prefer to only work nights, so like we always have night coverage. Um, I live close to Seattle, which is a pretty big city in America, so there's always paramedics, and there's private paramedic companies. So you have the ones that are affiliated with a hospital, and the ones that are affiliated with the county, and then there's ones that are affiliated with a private company. So there's always some kind of ambulance around, and the private companies are more expensive. Private companies also pay better. But yeah, when you get to like small communities like where my Oma lived, there was like 180 people in the town, and they relied on volunteer transport. They were about 18 miles away from the next biggest city. So they were pretty up in the mountains. So if somebody was having a heart attack, they had volunteer firefighters and volunteer paramedics right in town that would then come over, take care of the person. And then with the singular ambulance that was in the town for the volunteers would drive people to a big city. You guys are fast if it's only a half an hour wait. If it's only half an hour, that is fast. There will be people that are actively dying, bleeding out on the floor, and the ambulance doesn't show up until 3 hours later. On a regular weekday. The weekend, sometimes the ambulance just doesn't show up if they don't think it's an emergency that warrants people showing up. You might get like the firefighters showing up with with some EMTs, emergency medical technicians, and the EMTs will take care of you. And if they're like, well, you don't need to go into an ambulance, the ambulance doesn't show up because the firefighters will call the ambulance and be like, yeah, we don't need you, go away. You would hate living in America. Because there are some small towns where the next closest ambulance is a 3 to 4 hour drive away. So they have to get, if they're really desperate and there's no volunteers out there, they either die or drive themselves. Or they just have to wait. Sometimes they get lucky and they can get medevaced out, like a helicopter shows up. There's such small towns here in America that are so far away from anything that's scary. Yeah, it's scary. Like where my Oma lived, they were very prone to wildfires. And if there was no volunteer firefighters in town, they would literally have to have helicopters show up with buckets, pick up water out from the lakes to drop on the fires if there was like no immediate firefighters around. That's for fires. If somebody was really badly hurt, yeah, they'd probably die on the way to the hospital. And some of the hospitals in the smaller communities can't take care of certain wounds. So, like, say you did get hurt in a fire, and they're like, oh, we can't treat the burns. They would literally have a medevac, a medical helicopter, come out and fly you literally to the other side of the state. So where my Oma was in eastern Washington. And they would literally fly people an hour out with a helicopter to another part of the state to a hospital that then could take care of those wounds. That's scary. That you literally have to have a helicopter come out to save your life. And sometimes people just die on a helicopter. America is too big. Why is it so big? It is ridiculous. And we have driven from, I have been on a Greyhound bus that went through 1, 2, 7 states before I got to Kansas. And there was just miles of nothingness. Yeah. The biggest reason why where my Oma lived, they had a volunteer firefighters is because of the fire season. Between May and September is what we call fire season. Tons of wildfires. Half the country is on fire during that time. Not to mention Canada above us is on fire. There is just once you get to about June, July, August, it's guaranteed that there's smoke everywhere. So that's the reason why my Oma's town, which I think right now has 217 people, has a volunteer fire department. It's just because of the fires. But there's a couple towns that are smaller where my Oma lives, like smaller towns that have less people. They don't have volunteer firefighters. They call the one where my Oma lived firefighter station to get firefighters out. And it just I like living where I am. I think the town the city I live in has about 50,000 people. So we have a pretty decent chunk. Nowhere near as much as other places, but yeah. California is on fire every single summer. California should just be renamed Fire. Fire all the time. Though places with dry winters, so sometimes in the Midwest of America, we'll have fires during the wintertime. It's not very common though. Wildfires are scary. We were actually going to my Oma's place. We drove there and it would be like about a 6-hour drive. And there was a time where we were driving and we suddenly slowed down and we were stopped by firefighters and they told us to roll our windows up. My mom's car did not have AC. We were told to roll the windows up and drive as fast as we could through the area. We were literally driving on the road and there was fires on either side of us that they were actively fighting. We were driving through that area and it was so hot. It was like maybe 2 miles of road. The road there was fire and stuff like that, and it was scary. But we had to get through it to get where we wanted to go. I should have switched to Bard. Oh, that's why I don't have it out. Don't kill me. Ah. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Why am I not healing myself? Oh god. I forgot what job I was on. Oops. I don't know how Alphino does it. He will literally stand and let himself get hit while he's doing that. I have to go back to... Also, sometimes forget what job I'm on, so I'm like, oh, what's going on? But yeah. Oh, speaking of fun trips, I don't know how cold it gets in Österreich nowadays. But I've driven through a blizzard, like a whiteout blizzard, where you literally could not see anything. Hey, is this the correct area? It is not. Oh, I went to the wrong area. Oops. They've driven through wildfires, gone through whiteout blizzards. I lived in Kansas, so I've seen tornadoes. Like, I've seen a tornado form. Been through windstorms so bad that it literally broke trees in half. Yeah, we have a heat wave right now. Yes. Es ist, wie heißt es hier? It's not as hot as last year. Es ist 22 Grad hier. Letztes Jahr im Juli war es 35 und jetzt ist es 22. Das ist beinahe August. I happen to live in a part of the USA where winters are more wet. Oh, 37 just... Boah. Nein, danke. Da war es, ich war in Seattle und es, war es, 16 F2. Es war 46 Grad. Für beinahe den ganzen Tag. Im 2021. Grad. 38, das ist, ach. Und ein Tag im Kansas, den Tag ist, okay. Es war der 3. Juli in 2013 im Kansas und es war 51 Grad. So, the beginning of Juli, 51. 51 degrees. That's 124 degrees Fahrenheit. It was too hot. And the difference between Kansas hot, the middle of the country hot, is that even the wind was hot. The wind did not make you cooler. Where I live right now, along the coast, at least the breeze makes you cooler. If you get a nice breeze, it doesn't feel like 27 degrees anymore. It'll feel like 22 degrees, which is better than 27 degrees. But yeah, 51. That is the hottest temperature I've ever been through. And I've been to Arizona, I've been to Texas, I've been to Nevada, I've been to Southern California. Es war zu heiß. Did I get that air current? Oh no, it was up here. Motherfucker in a handbasket. It's a fate. Ah. We're gonna have to run through that. I'd rather be a bard. All I want is the aether current. Oh, Bangkok. Yeah, I've heard Bangkok can be very hot. And now I'm thinking of that one song. One night in Bangkok, so well in there. Dun 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 dun. Don't know the rest of the lyrics. What's worse is I have a heart condition, and the hotter it gets, the harder it is for me to pump blood, and I start swelling up, and I'm in pain. So 124 degrees made me feel like passing out when I did have to go outside. The nice thing though about Kansas is they believe in AC. So we had air conditioning. We just stayed inside. Nobody left. And most of those days, we just went across the street to the Sonics and got ourselves like a big ass drink. But not that day. We stayed inside. Yeah, but that's hilarious. One night in Bangkok will blow you asunder. Yes. I wonder if we will get any kind of Emmett Selk thing in Evercold, like even just like him being in a memory. I would love that. I love him. Oh, now I gotta set my temperature kitty cat back to Fahrenheit. Okay, I have argued this. Yes, yes. We need more of Emmett Selk in Evercold. Oh yes. Okay. I watched a TikTok of somebody from Britain saying that America does temperatures right because centigrade Celsius is when water freezes and boils. But Fahrenheit is how the human body feels in those temperatures. So Fahrenheit makes more sense. And I told my Canadian friend this, and she told me I was crazy. And I'm like, look, 100 degrees feels hotter and makes more sense. Bismarck, stop interrupting me. Makes more sense than saying, oh yes, this is the water boil point, and this is how hot things are. We are not water. We don't boil. Human beings shutting down at 120 degrees sounds a lot more painful and dangerous than saying the human body shutting it down at over 40 degrees. I basically told my Canadian friend that Fahrenheit makes more sense because I am not a pot of water. And she still called me crazy. Technically, we are only 70% water. So we are technically meat sacks filled with liquids and a skeletal structure. So we are 70% water. But the thing is that only 70% of us boils. But what about the other 30%? Well, you know what's also a majority thing that's actually incorrect? The word aluminium. The guy who founded the element named it aluminum. But the British scientists assholes were like, oh no, that doesn't sound Latin-y enough. Let's make it aluminium. And the guy's like, no, it's aluminum. So I'm going by with what the guy's saying. The guy who actually named the element. He named it aluminum. It's aluminum. Yeah, but the guy wasn't German. The guy was a Brit. And he named it aluminum. And technically in German, I translated it's also aluminium. Erinnere ich das? Yeah, aluminium. See, if the Germans are picking up the fact that it's supposed to be aluminum, yes, that's the correct way to say it. But when I was a kid in Germany, es war Aluminium. But Alu, ich mag das. Alu, ich mag das. Das, ja. Deine Sodakanne ist eine Alukanne. There's actually a Bare Naked Ladies song It's aluminum to you, yeah, aluminum to me, aluminium to some. You can shine like silver all you want, but you're just aluminum. Fucking love that song. It's literally just singing about aluminum. Leave it to the Canadians to make a song about aluminum. Oh, es bin jetzt 2 Stunden. Oh. Ich muss mehr Wasser trinken. Ach so. We never had anything with alu in our Grundschule. Our we would get a Brötchen and then either Milch oder Schokolademilch, and that was our lunch. Und es war immer ein Kaiserbrötchen. Oh yeah, no, my mama never sent us with food. We would spend es war 1 D-Mark und 10 Pfennig für Milch und Brötchen. Man, I would have loved it if my parents did that. Now, when I went to Realschule, we actually had a cafeteria. Because I would be in school from 7:30 till 3 days a week. I was only there until 2. And then on days where I had Turnverein, I would be there until 4. And those were the only times I ever brought food to school. See, I when I went to Realschule, I went straight into a school that had middle school and my high school combined. I was only gonna go to school until 10th grade. Now, when we moved to America, I went from being in a Realschule, where I was technically in like beginning of high school, to coming to a state where they had just moved 5th grade back into elementary school or primary school. So I was on a track to only have to do 5 more years of school and I'd be done, to going back to elementary school for the remainder of 5th grade. Then going to middle school, which was 8, 9, and 10. Or no, 6, 7, 8. Then to high school, which was 9, 10, 11, 12. And I got lunches at school. In high school, I had lunches, but the lunches were so gross that half the time I didn't even eat them. Like, the pizzas were cold. I would eat the tater tots. And that's probably why I don't like tater tots anymore, is because I ate tater tots almost every single day in high school. I don't like tater tots. If you don't know what a tater tot is, it is this small, spherical, es ist wie Kartoffelpuffer oder Kartoffelpfannkuchen, aber klein und beinahe wie ein Knödel. So ein kleines Kartoffelpufferknödel. If you can imagine that. I don't know if you call it Latke, Kartoffelpuffer, Kartoffelpfannkuchen. In Mannheim, we call them Kartoffelpuffer. Potato pancakes. It's like a potato pancake made into a tiny knödel. And we had that instead of French fries in high school. And that's probably why, as an adult, I cannot stand them. I don't like tater tots anymore. You would think I would hate pizza too. But no. No, I still like pizza. Oh yeah, I need to touch the big glowy rock. Oh, so you went to gymnasium? Because, like, I only went to Realschule. I would have been done after 10th grade. If I wanted to, I could have tested in to see if I could get into gymnasium, and then I would have gone to 13th grade. But, my sister was in Hauptschule, so she would have been done at 9th grade. Oh, no, she would have been done after 8th grade. I would have, Realschule, I could have gone on to 10th grade. And I would have had like some technical schools to choose from. America is very different in that everybody here in America has a chance to go to university or college or stuff like that. Back when I went to school in Germany, I would have only been able to go into like technical colleges unless I like tested myself into gymnasium, and then I could have gone on to the Universität. I would have been happy going on to 10th grade. Wow. Austria and Germany had different schooling systems? Because for me, it was Grundschule. Grundschule was 1 through 4. Then I tested into Realschule. I would have gone on, I could have graduated after 9th grade, but my mom would have pushed me on to 10th grade, so I would have been done after 10th grade. And gone on to a technical school. My mom was in Realschule. She went to school after she graduated for secretary training. Basically, they kind of decided after you were testing when you were younger what kind of job you'd be good at, and that's also kind of what schooling system you went into. My older sister went into Hauptschule, so she would have been done after 8th grade, and she would have only been qualified to go into like a trade school. So like go be a plumber or an electrician or something. That's the only track that she would have gone on. I was a few points shy of going into gymnasium and going on the 13th grade. But unfortunately, I went to Realschule. I don't think anybody in my family ever qualified for gymnasium. But gymnasium would have been 5th through 13th grade. So we would have stayed. I basically, once I was in a Realschule, I stayed in a Realschule. Wow. I wonder if Germany's redone their system too. Because I went to school in Germany in the 90s. So that was like, oh God, almost 30 years ago. So if they've changed up the school system to kind of make it, because that sounds more like, a British or an American school system where they split like the years apart. I think that's a much better system than the system that when I went to school, because we didn't have Mittelschule. It was Grundschule, and then you went on to Haupt, Real, or Gymnasium. And once you were done with Grundschule, whatever school you went to after that, that was what you stuck with, and that changed your eligibilities. We didn't have Abitur, so it sounds like you guys have a lot more freedom than I would have had when I went to school. See, the Polytechnische Schule, that's what I would have gone straight into after my 10th year with Realschule. Because, like, people who went Realschule, they automatically went into technical fields like computers and stuff like that. If you wanted to do something like be a teacher or be like a professor, ein Lehrer oder a Professor, Professorin, all that, you would have had to go on to gymnasium. And the funny thing is that I, in the long run, I went into computers anyways. I have a tech degree. I'm happy about that. Oh yeah, I need to touch the big shiny rock before I forget. Where's big shiny rock? Sorry, Alpha, no, I need to touch the rock before I forget. I'm glad learning that the school system has changed up because it felt very stifling. Yeah, those ones, uh, cooking, art, all those would be considered what we considered a trade. Like you couldn't go onto a technical college after Hauptschule. So my sister could have gone into cooking. She could have gone into like plumbing, electrical work, be a ditch digger for all I know. Um, Fine arts, depending on what kind of art you went into. Like if you want fine arts, then most of those people were in gymnasium. Me, I probably just would have gone to computers, just like I kind of am now. Wait, did I touch the aetherite? Oh, I did. Okay. Oh no, the Realschule would be technical schools. Gymnasium was a requirement to go to university back when I went to school. If you did not do your 13 years, you were not eligible to go into university back when I went to school. So if I wanted to go to gymnasium, I would have had to get tested after 9th or 10th grade to see if I could qualify for gymnasium. So then I would go on to 11th, 12th, and 13th so I could go to university. Yeah. Haupt was till 8th grade. Realschule was till 10th grade. You could push 10th grade and then gymnasium. Yeah, I should look at the German education system, see how much has changed. I know that if I want to go back over to Germany, I technically could go to university now because I do have a what's called associate's degree. I could do my bachelor studies over there, but like, ich bin beinahe 40 Jahre alt. Ich denke, ich bin ein bisschen zu alt für die Schule. I'm too tired to go back to school. I tried, but like, tried over here in America, but oh my god, loans are bad. Yeah, I don't. I wish I still knew what the German system was. Why do I still have the BIPA page up? Let's see. Okay, so apparently Gymnasium has now been renamed to Gesamtschule. So oh no, apparently there's Hauptschule, Realschule, they added Gesamtschule and they still have Gymnasium. Nach der Hauptschule kannst du zur 10. Klasse gehen und dann gehst du zu einer Berufsschule und nach Realschule gehst du zu einer Fachoberschule. Und dann nach der Fachoberschule kannst du zum Fachhochschule gehen. Okay, so it's a little changed. Yeah, apparently Gymnasium is academic secondary school. So they're the people that go on to 18th, 19th, and then they go to Universität. Eine Gesamtschule. Okay. Apparently, Realschule would have been a mandatory until 10th grade, so they changed that from when I went there. Yeah, okay, so here's the nice thing about the freedom in the United States when it comes to universities and colleges. I did not get a degree until I tried college 7 times. So school isn't for everyone, and sometimes what you think you want to go to school for ends up not being what you actually go to school for. Because originally what I wanted to go to school for, I wanted to be a teacher, I wanted to go into this, I wanted to go into that. In the end, after I got injured, after going through nursing, I went into computers. I have a technical degree that focuses on SQL, data entry, and database management. And the job I'm in, I was a data entry specialist. Now I'm just a document retrieval specialist with a court system. I'm okay with that. I get to work on a computer all day. I'm happy with that. Do I use any SQL? Do I use any, HTML or anything? No, not really. But I know it. Yeah, just take a few years, live your life, and if you feel like going to uni afterwards, then go to uni. If you never go to uni, then you never go to uni. There's a lot of jobs you can do that do not require a degree. I mean, hell, the only reason I wanted to go into culinary school is because I wanted to learn the fancy stuff. I wanted to be a pâtissier, a pastry chef. But at that point, when I was graduating high school, I did not have $35,000 for a culinary course. It is much more expensive nowadays. And unfortunately, I can no longer do half the stuff I used to do when I did cake decorating. My wrists don't work like that anymore. Yeah, that is the cool thing over here in the United States is you can go to a community college and get what's all your general education done, so your gen eds, and then you can just take those into a university and apply to equivalent classes and already get credits done that way. So if you go to community college and you're like, yeah, I want to be a teacher, get all your gen eds done for being a teacher, but in university suddenly decide, I don't want to be a teacher anymore. I want to go into data science. I want to go to marine biology and stuff. All your gen eds that are not teaching specific could transfer over and already fill out a bunch of your classes, so you could go right into what you're interested in. And I'm hoping Europe does the same thing. Because, like, what's the point of me taking the same English class in college and then university? There's no point. Just give me credit for what I already had in AN. Also just realized I've been at this for 2.5 hours and I barely got anywhere because I once again got distracted by talking. There you go. And hopefully they keep it, unless things change a lot. You should be able to just take that into university if you ever want to decide to go for your bachelor's. Man, I would have loved to go into a technical college. Like, when I was, like, in 9th or 10th grade. I kind of wish we had stayed over in Germany. But I understand why we didn't. Like, at that point, Germany with the Deutschmark, because everything inflation-wise and stuff was so ridiculous. Like, it kind of like how it is now. That's why we moved to America, because my Oma and Opa had a house that they were just like, just move in here. That's why we came to America. Yeah. You would be surprised what transfers over, because my papa, my dad, was in the military, and he fixed helicopters and tanks. And then, like 20 years later, what he learned fixing up tanks and helicopters, he was able to apply to fixing up fire engines. So even if it's like, even if things advanced, people will still use old technology. So what you're learning right now can still be applied 30 years from the future because people will still have some of the technology that we're using now 30 years from now. So like having like a hyper specific focus of fixing up this kind of machinery will still be a thing in 30 years because people will hold on to technology as long as possible. Southwest Airlines was still using Windows 2000 when the computer crash happened. I think it was a couple years ago when everything went down and nobody could get into anything, like worldwide. Southwest Airlines was fine because they were still using Windows 2000. They didn't get hit by that exploit. So yeah, people will just keep using old shit, and they will always need people who know how to fix that old shit. My Oma's computer was still a Windows 98, and she just was still typing on it. Yeah, we did have a huge tech boom, especially in the early 2000s. And we had basic AI, not like the AI nowadays. Like we had very basic AI. And we still have some of that basic AI. But some of this newer AI, I'm really glad it's not putting me out of a job. Because the job I do is very hyper specific. And AI could not do my job. At least not effectively. It would be very bad at doing my job. And believe me, they've tried to automate some of what I do. And they can't. I know they're trying to automate little bits and pieces of what I do. But in the long run, for what I do, they still need people to have eyes on it. Because the computer will be like, oh yeah, I'm pulling this from a docket, from a database, and attaching it to this job. And then a person will look at it and go, why the fuck did the automation attach this? This is incorrect. So yeah, my job will always need people's eyes on it. I just realized I can't breathe out of my nose right now. So I'm having a hard time focusing on the game because I cannot breathe through my nose. This happens every single time I stream. The longer I talk, the more my nose gets stuffed up till it's to the point where I can't fucking breathe. I will be back tomorrow though, but tomorrow I will be playing more Tears of the Kingdom. I have a feeling AI, no matter what we do, will be very confidently wrong and will end up with like a Matrix situation where the AI thinks that it can do certain things and then we will prove that there is still flaws within that AI system. Because humans are insane and AI cannot predict us no matter how much it thinks it can predict us. We may be creatures of habit, but we are very, very easily capable of breaking that habit and breaking it badly. And I'm so glad I've never used ChatGPT and Claude and stuff like that, so like, yeah. Right? Right? Oh my god, cyberpunk dystopia. If we ever get to the point where it's a cyberpunk dystopia, I know where my dad's key for the gun cabinet is. Because I do not want computer bits in my brain. Because it's already hard enough dealing with the own voices in my head. I don't need somebody Give me a phone call, and the phone call is inside my brain. I like having a cell phone that I can hold up to my ear. I don't want that inside my brain. I don't want to hear a ringtone inside my brain. I can move into what's called the Cascades. We have a very beautiful mountain range, not as tall as the Alps, but it's called the Cascade Mountain Range, and you can disappear there. DB Cooper jumped out of an airplane and disappeared within the Cascades. They still have not found that motherfucker. And we also have wolves. See, America has red wolves, timber wolves, gray wolves. Yeah, wolves. We also have bears, mountain lions, wolverines, badgers. We have ducks over here. The Dachshunde, they don't hunt for ducks over here. Corgis might. We have moose. Wolverine, the X-Man, is much nicer and has a much nicer temper compared to actual Wolverines. I have seen Wolverines. Those motherfuckers are mean. They are very bad at sitting still. And they're just as stubborn as honey badgers. We also have raccoons. We have a lot of things over here. When I lived in Germany, I never had to worry about being killed by a bear, being killed by a moose, being killed by any of that. Okay. Most animals you can kind of scare off. You can if you start screaming, bears might back off. Unless it's a mama bear with cubs, then she will kill you. And a moose, oh god. If you see a moose, hope that doesn't see you. If you see a wolverine, hope that doesn't see you. If you see a badger, it's a toss-up. But there are certain animals here that you hope don't look at you. Because no matter what you do, no matter how quiet you are, no matter how slowly you move, the moment it looks at you, it's gonna go, I have to fuck you up. Doesn't even have to be breeding season. They just look at you and they're like, I guess you're my target now. So yeah, I hope when you see a wolverine, it's inside a zoo, behind a glass window. Let's see, where my Oma lived, they had deer, elk, moose, coyotes, bears, mountain lions, cats, bunnies, eagles, hawks, osprey, badgers, rattlesnakes, puff adders. Oh, and the rattlesnakes would swim in the lake. So sometimes if you're swimming in the lake, there would be a chance that a snake would swim past you. Overall, there's a lot of things that can kill people here, and there's also the spiders that can kill people over here. Europe is so nice and friendly when it comes to the wildlife compared to living in America, where I could look at a spider wrong and it would bite me and kill me. So yeah, I much preferred Europe with its less deadly critters. Not that deer can't kill you, but I'm more likely to be killed by a cow than a deer. Now I'm thinking about being gored to death by a cow. I should probably go. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. I have to unclog my nose. Because like I said, I can't breathe. And it's making me sound weird. At least in my head. So yeah. Also, I just realized I never ate dinner. Oops. I should go eat dinner. I'll eat dinner before stream tomorrow. Oh yeah, no, cows will kill you. Cows will kill you for sure. Yeah. I hope everybody has a good day or good night. I'm not sure what time zone everybody's in. I am one of the last time zones. And if daylight savings time becomes a permanent thing, that's going to change my time zone depending on the time of year. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, everybody. So yeah. Tschüss. Bye. Auf Wiedersehen. See you later. Bye, bye, bye. Thank y'all for coming in.